All right, I need everybody to go on Rumble right now and follow my page so you don't miss out on any videos or live streams. Anytime I share the links on X, they get hidden due to the fact that we are no longer allowed to post external links on X that get broadcasted out to everybody. So even if you have your notifications on X, you might not get it. So follow, turn the notifications on. That way you don't miss any of the free content I'm putting out here in the future. All right, before we get going here on Mando's Morning Brew, please do me a favor and press that heart or thumbs up button, whether you're watching on X, Rumble, or YouTube. Also, make sure you have your post notifications on so you do not miss any of the content that I put out. And lastly, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I will retweet it. Thank you. All right, what's going on, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me now. We'll get going real quick into today's session on Mando's Morning Brew. So let's roll. First off, good morning, or was it? If we crank over here to NASDAQ SPY, you're going to notice that the overnight session was not all that kind. So let's do this. And let me blow up the screen a little bit more so you guys can see it a little better here. Hold on. Let's do this here. Okay. So still massive range. We actually gapped down overnight and we created a bearish breaker. Let me make this black right here. So while we do have lots of data to come throughout the rest of this week, you're going to notice that this range not only has expanded, but a new level comes into play that begins up here at 19,876. Now, to just revisit the weekly, because this is really the overarching guiding force here, you're going to notice that we are in the process of creating that weekly bearish fair value gap here. Now, that obviously at this point, it's looking very unrealistic for us to close that. That's all the way up there at 20,336. And with PMIs, with GDP, and with PCE coming out the rest of the week, could there be enough volatility to get us up there? Yes. But again, like I said, seconds ago, I think that is very, very unlikely at this moment for us to do so. So if we are to close or leave this bearish imbalance open, that's really not a good sign for bulls. Now, here's the last line of defense, if you will. So next week will be our last week on the monthly time frame for July. Now, we are currently in the process of creating a monthly bullish fair value gap. Okay, haven't yet created it. There's still 7 days, 8 hours left to go. But this is also extremely important if the bulls want any sort of continuation. If not, then this is, to me, the start of what we're going to see, that discount retracement in the overarching bullish range, right? And that brings you down quite a bit. So over the next 7 days, it is paramount for the bulls to hold above 19,283. A tap of 19,283 is not very convincing either. That would prevent this bullish imbalance from forming here on the monthly time frame. So not very good. Okay. Similarly here, that whatever it is, really the level here on the weekly to hold would be 414, which I know it's still 200 points away. It's nasty, but that is just kind of what I'm looking at overall on NASDAQ, just as we kind of roll into the end of this week, which there is high impact data, but obviously Tesla's response, as well as Google, I want to take a look at as well. So so here's NASDAQ. This morning, you'll notice that just on a much smaller time frame, while NASDAQ did take out the low from last Friday, over to ES. ES has yet to do so. Currently, relative equal lows behind on ES here. So we're seeing a little bit of divergence between the two. We could also pull up Russell over here, which is in the act of creating a bearish fair value gap here on the hourly time frame. This can be prevented over the next 49 minutes, but that is something to watch if you are a small cap or IWM bull here. Even if we were to zoom out here on IWM, because I know this is a hot idea for a lot of people right now. While to me, IWM still looks pretty good. But with that move that we made last week, I think retracements are logical, right? So here's your initial price run, low to high. You got your discount retracement. Here is our more immediate run, which we are still well in premium of that current run. We'll do the same thing here over on IWM. I tend to chart RTY versus IWM, but that's just me. But 213 is right around discount of that range. And of course, I always like to preface it with this. This could very well still continue higher. But for me, as someone who has a very strict and methodical model, I prefer things to get into discount, and that really led me to the the whole idea behind Tesla, me not looking long or anything like that. While my higher time frame bias is long on Tesla, on that smaller time frame range, we're still not in discount, despite that nasty move yesterday. So that's just me. But those are just some things that I'm kind of glancing at right now as we head on into the end of this week. So oh whoops, I forgot to do my little thing here. Hold on, where is it? Whoops, here. In reverse order, sorry about that. Okay, so if you guys have names you want to take a look at, feel free to shoot them over in the sidebar. I'll run through a few more and then we will get going here. Yeah. Let's see, where are we? All right, back to back. How do you like that? We'll go a quick draw. So, like we said earlier here on Tesla, you're going to also notice that Tesla still, despite sweeping liquidity here, these relative equal highs, did not yet complete the model up there at 299 on this more immediate price run. Overarching trend still much higher. Now, you have a weekly bullish breaker here on Tesla that starts down at 205.60. Discount of the range gets you to about 219, which we still are yet to be at, despite a 20-point scrubbing in that post earnings session here. So at that point, I'm awaiting discount on Tesla, of course. For likely more ads. I'm not so sure if I'm going to play options on this, but I've built a pretty nice position on Tesla, and I think adding to it is not going to be all too bad. So Tesla being the first. The second that I have been watching is GameStop, of course. GameStop still inside that daily breaker, so nothing has changed within the context of that daily GME idea here. Just chilling, really. I mean, it's been actually a bit of a drag inside that imbalance there. Not much movement. But that would be GME, so not all that much has changed. Now to bring over on to Mara. So Mara has been one for a long time. One of still my favorite setups here. Let me just add this. Just to be fair, there's a bearish monthly volume imbalance. I think that would be a really nice place to close above here on the monthly time frame, which has a week left to go. Here we'll bring it over to the weekly. Whoops. Here. Right now we are inside a weekly volume imbalance from last week, that gap higher. Okay, and here's just a old tweet. I wish I could still do that on TradingView. It doesn't allow me to do so anymore. But we just swept last week's gap. I'm sorry, the low following that gap open. So that would be Mara. Bitcoin is now up $500 in the day, so that's pretty encouraging as well. And also Coinbase has higher. We'll look at Coinbase too. But here's Mara inside your daily volume imbalance with a little bit of a mitigation block right here. Just hit off the midpoint of it. Important to get up there and reclaim that bullish breaker on the daily time frame. Got a gap down here. So ideally, we would form some sort of order block today. That I know it sounds like a tall task, but that would be a close above 2274. That would be ideal. So gap down into discount. to ultimately form some sort of bullish order block. That's what I'm hoping for here on Mara. Let's continue. Let's go over to where is it? We were talking about coin. Let's look at Coinbase here. Where is it? Here. Okay. Coinbase just swept those relative equal highs this week at 263.80, in the process of forming a bullish weekly fair value gap right here from the low of this week's candle to the high of the candle from 2 weeks ago. Notice no wicks on either side of that candle. We would anticipate that area to act as a support level moving forward. So that would be coin just on a weekly. Here's bring it down into a smaller time frame here as well. Daily, still have this little ugly, but little daily volume imbalance there. That's to me paramount. But here's our new daily range from your low that started the price run to take out those highs here. That's where we currently sit. Not nowhere near discount of this current range. Doesn't necessarily have to, but my model on a much higher time frame here completes at 287.46. Now down to the hourly. Let's just see. I believe we're still well in premium. Yes, we are. Okay, so if we were to start from that initial run to take out these highs here, you'll notice we got some expansion. I know we talked about this in the live session the other day, but here's where things could get a little interesting here. So there's your bullish imbalance right off 50% of the range. We actually also have this gap higher in the overnight session there. Not quite discounted, but not a bad look, as the higher time frame would suggest higher for Coinbase. So those are a couple there. Let's see if anybody in the audience here put anything in the chat. If not, I'll keep rolling. Nope. Okay, let's keep rolling. All right, so let's roll through into Boeing. Boeing is one that last week gave me fits, but nothing really changed in terms of the overarching setup. And here it is. Whoops. Let's zoom in. This is one that I brought up on Monday in that live trading space. Here is your gap higher. Here's your retracement into it last week. Ugly close, but gap up back into that area this past week. And really a strong move yesterday. You have buy side at 192.63, and then above that 196.18. That gets you into this weekly bearish imbalance. I should also note that on this monthly, we got into the monthly bullish fair value gap here, and mitigation block, and so far so good. Here's your mitigation block. Hold on, there it is. Okay, so not all that bad yet. Like I said before, above this 193, I think you could see the high of 196.18, and then from there could it be more chop? Likely. It's just ironic how usually the bad sentiment follows already what price was intending to do, and from that point, it's nice little rips. So if you're bullish on BA, ideally today you form a daily bullish fair value gap here with this right here. Okay, could go this. There's still a potential for this not to form, but this would be probably my top idea into tomorrow if we were to form this bullish imbalance here on the 24-hour time frame. All right. Next up, let's go to a firm. While the setup is beautiful, it's been a bit of a slug in this area, but nonetheless, perfect holds right here. We did gap down, and we're getting it closer. So if you guys remember yesterday, and geez, a few times over the last couple of weeks when we brought this up on stream, we were talking about a firm being so close to this weekly volume imbalance. And here we go, right here. And we're getting a little closer. So I'm still holding out some hope for this volume imbalance here. I think that would be excellent. But if it doesn't end up going there, so be it. But I would really like it to go into that volume imbalance here on the weekly time frame for a firm. Higher time frame still looks good. Monthly fair value gap here as well. Bring you down into the daily time frame. We were very discounted here on the daily as well. So a firm is just one that I've seemed to always be keeping tabs on. As a result, now let's look at this dumpster. Because this one is awesome. I tweeted about this on the first day of July, saying I want to see low 40s, and we are well on our way here. Here's your first imbalance down there in the low 40s, and you got one more. Whoops, there it is. Really, really small one that we're holding on to for dear life. But hold on. There we go. Okay, we are deep discount. Hold on, let me just see one thing actually. Tagged it, forget it. Okay, good. Yep. So this is our current range here on the monthly time frame. We have that big imbalance down there, deep into discount of that range. Here, let's go CELH again. Very similarly, we have the same imbalance down here that specifically would be below 40, 80. So that would be awesome. I'm holding out for there. I'm still in it. So here is Oxy. Oxy looks like I can go down here and get these 59.01 lows, which it seems about realistic. Roblox, they got some sort of news yesterday that's pretty much been erased. We're volume imbalance right now through previous buy side, but I don't anticipate this candle to up close. I think from this point we can get some sort of little retracement here back down into maybe even that 37 area, and from there the continuation higher. We have relative equal highs here at 47.65, but Roblox is a solid setup that I like. Now, there's one recurring theme throughout everything that I just brought up here, and absolutely none of them are related to big tech or NASDAQ or really the S&P at all, right? I've really been kind of hands off on those names due to the fact that most of them have been or are currently at their all-time highs. And if that's the case, I tend to avoid looking at names like that. And the reason for that is because we've never been there. There's no historic information to my left, and there's no areas of liquidity that I'm really looking towards other than the previous buy side targets that we've just created. So I have been pivoting away from those big tech names. There are a lot of still very, very solid setups throughout the market, just not really directly correlated with NASDAQ or ES, which, that sounds pretty healthy to me, right? It's not going to be a continuous Mag 7 pump, right? How many times you hear people, whether it's on X or over on TV, talking about, oh, the Mag 7 is just leading the way. They're doing everything, blah, 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 all this, right? And then, then we get that move where they retrace and these other names look pretty good and no one wants to talk about it. So, but anyways, here's another setup that's like, this was brought to my attention by two people in the group, KD, or three people, I should say. KD, shout out, Seeker, shout out, and Math to Myth. Yeah, this setup right here, man. This is on the monthly time frame, very large range. This is never split, so it's not just fudge numbers up here, but discount, monthly breaker, and bullish imbalance right here. We did get into our little VI or our fair value gap bearish right here. Ideally, we get a little sweep of a smaller time frame level here. I'll show you guys, but we have relative equal highs above, and discount or 50% of that range isn't for 20 till 24.90. Here it is again. These biotech names don't look bad. So here's where you currently sit on the weekly time frame. I would love for an opportunity at 550. Not so sure I get it, but your next real resistance level is hold on, I should mark that just to be fair. Yeah, there at 850 with buy side right here, 765. Coming on down. Here we go. Okay, so this is the ideal move that I would personally get, where I get that retracement up into this bearish fair value gap here. One more low, get us into that 550, and then from there shoot it to highs. That would be ideal for me at this time. One more, and then I'm popping off here. So CMG. Okay, this is a name that just recently split. Likely to have an absolutely monster range. Let's just map this out for us really quick. Oh shoot. Here. Yep, no discount, no discount, no discount. Okay, so discount on the quarterly or monthly time frame is quite a ways away. This is one that I'm, just hopeful that I'm gonna get this opportunity here. We're just tagging discount right now. I don't know if there was earnings yesterday or when the earnings was. I think it might be this week at some point. Usually I get the little E over here, but we're approaching discount here on the weekly time frame for CMG. Similarly here on the daily, just been a total melter, but as well, approaching discount of our overarching range here. So CMG is for sure, a name that, likely not trading like options on this or anything like that, but just one that I'm keeping an eye on as a short-term idea for us moving forward here. Um, so anyways, that's Chipotle. Um, so anyways, that's that's all I got. So I will catch everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Thursday, I'm gonna bring out a video for Rumble exclusively. So you should follow me on Rumble and watch this video on tomorrow night. We're gonna do it, premiere it live, so we'll play it live, and then following that, I'll be there to answer any questions that anyone might have. So I think that'll be a cool way to kind of get some information out into the universe. This is a two-part video, so part one will be taking place tomorrow. It's not a long video, but following that, we'll do something to extend it after and we'll do whether we do some sort of recap or whether we do some sort of Q&A. We could do that after, but I think that'll be helpful for a lot of people because it is based on my trading model. So yeah, that's everything for me today. So I will catch everyone later. For those of you in the group, I'll be joining the live trading session. Just give me a little bit of time. I want to go make some coffee and stuff, so I'll be right over there. But until next time, I'll talk to y'all later.